They're trying to come for TikTok, just like stories came for Snapchat.
R.I.P. Snapchat.
Snapchat's still kind of going though.
Nobody that I know uses it anymore. Oh wait, I got a photo of a plate of spaghetti from a guy that is labeled in my phone as creepy Vegas guy, don't answer.
I mean, you know what? A plate of spaghetti is a much better photo to receive than some of the photos you might receive on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another Social Taco. Sarah and I are both social media marketers with over 15 years of the combined experience between us. And today we're going to talk about Instagram Reels. It just came out last week and it basically is stories with a lot more editing capabilities and filters, and now you can add music. So it's very clearly, in terms of the tools that you use, a TikTok replica.
Way to go, Instagram.
And I'm pretty underwhelmed, to be honest. Adding the editing tools from TikTok isn't really what makes TikTok special, I think. What really makes TikTok special is actually not the way that you use the tools that are in the platform. It's really the community that already exists there.
I totally agree about the community aspect of it. There's a lot of things that you're interested in, like whether it's the makeup tips, the cooking tips. For me, when it rolled out, anyone that knows me, Marissa knows this as well. I was making lip singing videos way back in the day. I'm a savage, classy, bougie ratchet. And then TikTok came out, but they made it more fun.
There's a language that's specific to TikTok. It's very meme based. And if you aren't on the platform, you won't necessarily understand, you'll see something, you'll be like, this is a really weird thing, but you won't understand the context that goes with it and why the joke is funny. And Instagram Reels has none of that.
Yeah. Obviously, you're getting to be really creative. And this kind of reminds me of back in the day when MySpace let you mess around with the back end, the script, on creating the website yourself, basically teaching you how to code.
I pray to God nobody ever finds my MySpace. So
YouTube,
I very much hope.
Find Marissa's MySpace. So bringing it back to, as far as the creative aspect of TikTok, I noticed lately, I follow this girl. She's super funny. Hannah, I forgot her last name, but regardless, Jason Derulo has noticed that she's really good at content creation. She's freaking hilarious. And so he's partnered up with her. It's so cool to see a singer who you just jam out to all the time for fun, show you this creative, collaborative side with other influencers. It's new.
TikTok is very uniquely, I think it's part of the community too. Gen Z has grown up with all of this technology at their fingertips, and it's so much easier to make things and be creative these days. And TikTok really brought all of that together in one place. It's hard to do that stuff. I've definitely spent more than an hour on a TikTok that lasts 15 seconds.
Wipe it down. Wipe.
It's a whole new way of being creative that you have to learn.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that sets it out for sure is you had your MySpace, you had your Facebook, you had your Instagram rollout, but I think that when those platforms rolled out, they paved the way that they wanted you to produce content on there. Whether, Facebook started out as a collegiate platform, you're going on there to talk to your fellow students or whatever. Instagram, let me take photos of my food and make it look pretty, and then it evolved into other things. Whereas TikTok, it's here's a creative platform, do what you want to do, and here you go. And I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think so. I think, and there's, because of that, there's so many different parts of TikTok. And one of the other things that I think Instagram Reels is really going to be missing that TikTok has is the For You page, which has an algorithm that is on point. I don't know how they figured out that I would really appreciate drag Disney queens, but I do. So last week, the president signed an executive order banning TikTok. It doesn't mean it's going to be deleted off your phones. What it means is that American companies aren't supposed to interact with TikTok. So we might not get any more updates to the app that's already on our phones. And who knows what's going to happen in the future. I think Instagram is very hopeful that means everybody's going to flock to Reels. Do you think that's what's going to happen? Do you think people are going to start using Reels instead of TikTok?
I don't know, man. I think that a lot of play is going to come into the TikTok influencers that have come out of the woodworks and what their stance is on it. And I know a lot of them have already started being opinionated, and I've also heard stories of Facebook or Instagram offering those specific influencers a chunk of money to jump onto their platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like seeing, I think that they're going to be the thought leaders in that, and seeing whether or not they're going to try to keep their audience on that platform or give in or sell out, etc. But
yeah, I think it's going to be more a thing of like people who haven't tried TikTok yet are going to use Reels and they're going to be like, it's the same thing. But people who have been on TikTok and have kind of gotten that feeling where they're like, oh yes, I'm definitely addicted to this. I don't, like, me personally, I don't see myself leaving TikTok. New users might be tempted by Reels, but I don't think people who are already on TikTok are definitely going to make the jump unless they absolutely have to.
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I remember like in the beginning when Instagram copied Snapchat, it took them a long time to get those filters right. And like, I'm not kidding. Like I was jumping back to Snapchat for a while because the filters were still a little better. Well, I know Marissa will agree with me when I say we don't want TikTok to go away. I love the platform.
I do too. It's very addicting.
Yeah, you go.
But
I swear to God, I'm on there for like, sometimes I just like, I have been on there for like an hour just looking at the For You videos.
Yes.
Like, and I'm sitting there laughing to myself, and my boyfriend will look over at me and be like, what is so funny? I'm like, oh my God, it's just TikTok.
Yes.
Like, you get the judgmental, like, you're a little too old to be obsessed with like TikTok, but then I'm like, nah, man, you don't get it.
I cannot tell you the number of times that I've been like, oh, it's just TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know, when we talk about there being a community and there being a language that goes along with TikTok, there's a TikTok about this where this girl is talking about how she hears it. And then you just like sing the songs to yourself for the rest of the day because you just like, they get stuck in your head. The only other thing that I think could be a big deciding factor is it's kind of what you were saying, like Instagram and Facebook, like they're very much like, this is how you're gonna use our platform. And so they had a really big push for stories, and for a while, you know, you were more likely to get engagement if you had more stories. And today, stories have become something that most social media marketers should definitely consider making a part of their regular posting routine. So I think if Instagram decides you have to use Reels to be on the platform, that's going to be a big deciding factor for how many people start using it.
Cool. So that was mine and Marissa's thoughts on the new Reels on Instagram versus TikTok. We're excited to keep talking to you guys about these things. You know, social media changes all the time, and that's what keeps it fun and interesting for us. So we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.